guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Johanna. For those of you who are new here, welcome. For those of you who are returning, welcome back. A great big shout out to my channel members for supporting my channel. Thank you. Alright, so for this edition of Hobonichi Weeks, I've already set it up. I just find it easier these days not to have to think about and talk through the process. This is my newest Moterm cover. I guess that sounds weird. It makes it sound like I have another one coming up, but I have this one and that light pink one, and I really like this one, and I think the Hobonichi Weeks I'm going to get for 2024 will work really well with this. I think I might do a separate video on what I plan to get, although the way that I've been feeling about filming, it might actually just be better to show you guys once I get it. It is going to be predominantly one-piece items, and so I can't put my order in until October 1st, but yeah, so it's not a spoiler. I think I've been talking about that for a while. So this warehouses, if I sound weird, I just had a bit of a coughing fit, and so now my voice is a bit scratchy. But this warehouses my Hobonichi Weeks, as well as a A5 half-year Stology that I'm just using as a notebook. I've got some things back here. I keep that stencil that I use here, the little one-piece thing that came with this, and some other one-piece things I got. And then in this pocket is where I keep my tarot journal. So I put that to the side. And this actually slides really easy in and out, so it's easy to take out. When I'm in the office, I just leave it in there because I'm usually just kind of batch writing things. So when I first get into the office, I will write down that I've cleared email. Last week, I was actually the only one in my department. One person was sick, one person was on vacation. It was unexpected. I didn't realize the other person would be out sick. I mean, whoever does. And so it was very, very stressful. So this is the week that I've set up. I was in a rush to kind of fill out some of the things, and so it's smudged here, but by the time I put in all the writing, it's not going to be that big of a deal. This is done in one of these Pentel touch pens. I really like these. I recently got this. I don't know what the brand is, if I can find it, because I'm pretty sure, oh, it's a Pilot brush pen. The reason I like them is because I like the Pentel Touch because the nib is kind of short and it's not very bendy like a Tombow. Tombow is very long and bendy. This one is even smaller. Okay, well, I'm just making a mess of this. And it's very firm. Again, if I can find it in my Amazon orders, I will let you know in the description box. And I have these stickers in my arsenal. I like them because they're PET stickers, so they're kind of plasticky, but they looked collage-y without having me do any collaging. I've gone back to the vertical layout that I had a few weeks ago because there's just, I fell behind so much because I was covering other people's jobs and then just trying to get as much done with my own. Plus there's reports that are due that kind of came left field. So it's just, I have to play a lot of catch up. And so there might just be a lot of things I'll need to keep track of. This little section here is for my regular hours versus my overtime hours. I am working home generally Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday, Monday and Thursday in the office. The situation with my leg is like 99% there. I do have an appointment on Thursday. I am wearing a compression stocking and a bandage, and I can take it off Monday, so it's been on for 3 days. And if the last bit of the wound has fully healed, it isn't draining or doing any of that, then I can actually cancel the appointment. If not, I'll go on Thursday and they'll do an assessment at that time. I've left space for a quote and a word and then notes. And I've gotten, because there's ink on me, I've gotten ink all over the place. But again, once there's writing on the page, I don't care. Now, last week, I was having issues. This is a pen that I've had in my stash. This is a Sarasa Nano pen. Hopefully you can see that. and it ran out of ink. So I refilled it thinking it was a nano ink refill, but it wasn't. It was a 0.5 and the nano is a 0.3. And so it's a nice ink. I think it actually is for this, which is a Sarasa Grand pen. But this one seems to be a lot thinner. I don't know, it feels like this one's super inky and juicy and this one isn't. And so I did what I do and I bought inks specifically for both. This one is for the Sarasa Grand pen and this one is specifically for the Sarasa Nano pen, because as you can see, I couldn't really get my inks volume, width, whatever it's called, the same. So this one I know I was using my Pentel Energel in the needle tip. And then I've got some others here. It's bothering me. So I've got a Sarasa Grand pen coming because this is the same, or the refills for the Sarasa Grand will also fit in these Sarasa clip pens. This is in one of the vintage colors. But the Nano, I guess, also fits it. I don't know. Once it comes out of the packaging, it's not marked really well. This one is marked because it's a 0.3, but everything else I had in my stash was a 0.5. And I definitely prefer a thinner ink weight than this thicker one, especially if I'm trying to jam pack a lot of information. And you guys know I've talked about this ad nauseum, that having different ink weights just bothers me on the same page. Honestly though, for this week, because it is so prevalent, it kind of actually looks cool, but as a whole, it bothers me. So after the video today, I think I'm going to be switching out ink bodies, even though it's not done, just so that I make sure that the pens here and the pens at work all have the same ink, all have the same ink weight. Yeah, I'm that girl. Now, the word of last week was upbraid, and that means to speak to someone in an angry or critical manner for something they did wrong, essentially to scold. And the quote is, "I sometimes wish I had princess energy instead of gremlin energy, but here we are." And I really like that because honestly, I never wanted to be a princess or a Disney princess or have a unicorn or a horse or all of those things. I always just figured I'm a queen. I have a crown. I have a kingdom, or queendom, I guess you could say. But lately, it has definitely been gremlin energy for me. So the setup is pretty straightforward. I do like this vertical layout. I am still going to write down what's in the cafeteria, although if you guys watched my last video, you know why that's probably not going to be something I'm going to visit. I'll have to check out breakfast if that's still worth it, because that went up by $1. And then I'll give it one more shot for some of their stew type things, or spaghetti type things, and see if the volume of that has decreased. Again, for the same amount of money, I can go somewhere else. It's just not super convenient. The cafeteria literally is a building right next to me. There's nothing in the area that isn't going to be at least a 15 or 20 minute walk. So if I do get 7-Eleven or something in town, it's usually on my way in if I'm busing it in, and I jump off the bus, go grab something, and then make my way back to work. Once I'm at work, I don't leave for anything. So unless I'm eating something from my stash or bringing something from home, there's really just nothing convenient, which is weird considering I work in a community college. Although a lot of people who come to my campus drive, and there are eateries all around, just nothing in walking distance or anything I feel was worthwhile to walk to. So yeah. So that's my setup for this week, and a recap of last week. I'll go ahead and insert a film of what I ate for last week. Editing Johanna here. I forgot to show you this. So this is where I put my daily tarot pull. I'm not following the dates on here because it's actually an April start. And so I got through the first week. It's currently Sunday, the 10th of September. So later on tonight, I'll go ahead and pull a card for tonight, and I will just continue through this. not gonna lie. I really like the stamping on here, how it peeks through, and that's how I plan to kind of do the deco in this book, by just doing some stamping with stamps that I have, either distress ink that I have in my arsenal, or I believe this was actually done with a mild liner and just kind of brushing it over that. So I really like how that looks, and I do have this always with this, and so I write the information on a daily basis. All right guys, well that's it for me for now, and as always, aloha. Hey guys, lunch for today, Tuesday, September 5th, is some corned beef, cabbage, and onions. We had corned beef and cabbage this weekend, so I just stir-fried it with some onions. I've got some grilled sourdough bread and then ketchup and mustard to eat with all of that. I've got water throughout. I'll have coffee later on this afternoon. And for breakfast, I just actually had some toast. It was a busy morning already. That's it for today. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Hey guys, lunch for today, Wednesday, September 6th, is some leftovers. We had some Swedish meatballs. I'm calling it that, but it was just basically pre-made meatballs in mushroom gravy. I've got it on some rice and some corn. There's some Capri Sun in the fridge, which is odd, but tasty. So I'll have that. I've had water throughout. I didn't have breakfast. We're having some issues with staffing, so as soon as I started at 6:30, it's just been go, go, go. So I'm gonna take a break, enjoy my lunch. There's some things I need to pull together for this afternoon. I'll probably have coffee this afternoon. And yeah, that's it for today. What you see on there is not ketchup, surprisingly enough, but it is sriracha. Honestly, it might be a little bit too much sriracha, but we shall see. Anyway, that's it for today. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Hey guys, lunch for today, Thursday, September 7th, is a small salmon salad and a spicy pork bulgogi musubi roll from 7-Eleven. I actually got it right in, so I was able to stop there for breakfast. I had a spam musubi, and it's been crazy busy in the office. Water throughout. Haven't had a chance to have my coffee, and I've got a doctor's appointment this afternoon, so probably won't be able to. That's it for today. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Hey guys, lunch for today, Friday, September 8th, is actually a hodgepodge of leftovers. So in here I have some orange chicken from Costco, some iceberg lettuce, onions, tomatoes, corn, some orange chicken sauce that I've thinned out with some vinegar and some Asian dressing. We had a little bit of spaghetti noodles, so that's tossed in there as well. And so it's Chinese chicken salad, sort of. For breakfast, I just had some toast. I'll have my coffee this afternoon and water throughout. That's it for this week. Hope you guys had or have a great weekend. Bye.